Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Seattle Mariners MLB The Show 19 franchise. Now that we've passed the All-Star break, we're going to be taking on the Texas Rangers. We have our best pitcher, Mike Leake, on the mound. At least our best pitcher this season, and he's given up two run shots, one to Shin-Soo Choo and one to Joey Gallo, and he's still giving up singles. This isn't looking good. But he does get out of the first inning, only giving up those two run shots, but only is an understatement. That is a lot of runs to give up. So we're down 4-0. Now we have bases loaded with one out, fielder's choice, then 2 runs do come in, so we do cut the lead in half. Next inning, into the bottom of the second, we get D. Gordon on base, and then a fly out, and then a walk for Elvis Andrus for them, as now they are coming up to bat, and they are coming on strong as there's 2 guys on with 2 outs. We get the fielder's choice to get out of the inning. Now we go into the third inning. Jay Bruce gets on, but we can't do anything with him. And then a solo shot for Kyle Lewis in the bottom of the fourth. Good to see the youngin' getting some things done. Malik Smith is able to drive a run in, and that makes it 4-4. So Leake has a chance here. However, we get to bottom 5, and we do absolutely nothing. Then in the 6th, he gets Mazzara on base. He gets Guzman on base and gets out of the inning. Hamill still pitching for the Rangers. They bring in Jesse Chavez now, and they get out of the 6th inning. Leake gets 1 out into the 7th, and then he gives up a double to Elvis Andrus, so that's going to be it for his day. Tui Valala we were thinking about, but we brought in Swarzak. Swarzak comes in, gets us out of that inning. Chavez gives up something to Domingo Santana, but he gets caught stealing at third. So then we're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jesse Chavez gets out of that one too. Swarzak gives up a hit to Delino DeShields, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Corey Guerin, who ends up walking and then giving up a 3-run homer to Odor for a 7-4 lead for the Rangers, and then no offense for us. It's a 7-4 win for the Rangers. It was Guerin's fault. He gave up that home run to Odor. Odor the hero today for the Texas Rangers. His 16th homer of the year. Shin-Soo Choo hits his 18th homer of the year. And our star was basically D. Gordon. He was 3 for 5. Everybody else just got 1 hit if they even got a hit. But Kyle Lewis had a nice homer in the game, so I'm happy for him. Hamill goes 5 innings, gives up 4 runs, but the bullpen goes 4 strong without giving up anything. Then we move into the next one, and it's King Felix on the mound. And this one's 0-0 until he gives up a 2-run shot to Mazzara, and Texas takes the lead right there. Now King Felix gives up a hit to Delino DeShields Jr. Now he's got runners on the corners, and he gives up a 3-run bomb to Joey Gallo. So it is 5-0 as we are getting shelled. But we're able to get a run across on a hit by Edwin Encarnacion. 5-1. There's a walked bases loaded. Nothing ends up happening with that. J.P. Crawford is somehow in this game. I don't like it when the computer brings up people without me telling them to. But anyways, we give up another run. It is 6-1. There's DeShields on first base. Tui Valala up there pitching. We're going to go ahead and take him out as he's given up stuff. But then Bradford gives up a homer, a 2-run shot to Shin-Soo Choo. And that's not exactly what we want either. So now it is 8-1. It is not looking good for us. Bottom 8. We're looking to get some runs. Encarnacion gets to first base, but we get nothing. Then in the top of the 9th, we're going to take him out, put in Altavia, and 2 runs come across anyway. So it's a 10-1 ball game, and we end up not scoring off of Matt Bush. We lose 10-1. Shin-Soo Choo is the player of the game with his home run. Of course, he was 3 for 5 as well on top of that, scoring 2 runs and getting 2 RBIs off that homer. So that'll be his 19th homer of the year. He's killed us so far in this series. And Encarnacion was 2 for 4. He was pretty much the only one doing stuff. He got our only RBI. Hernandez goes 5 1/3 and gives up 6. Not a great outing for him. And now we're trying to avoid the sweep. So we'll see if we can avoid the sweep here and not be in the basement, which is exactly where we will go if we lose this game, because we are like a half a game up on Texas. There's Odor. He's been big for them, as well as Shin-Soo Choo in this little 3-game set. and we'll see if we can get it done. We have Wade LeBlanc on the mound. He's one of the guys talked about in trade rumors. We'll see what this start can do for him. 7-6 with a 355 in 20 games. Shin-Soo Choo, we know, has 19 homers and a 307 average. He's playing really well, and he's going to start this game off, boom, with a down-the-line ground rule double. And if that ain't the way this game's going to go, look, Jose Reyes not dropping back to make that catch. Left fielder can't come in and make the catch. Nobody makes the catch, and there is 2 on and none out. Now on an 0-2 pitch, it's going to be whacked into the gap, shopping gap, as Octagonal Gaming would say. And that one is going to bring home a run and leave runners at the corners. So 1-0 Texas already. Then here comes Joey Gallo. He will strike out. And it makes it seem like we are going to get our footing. But will we really? As you can see, there's their lineup. Chu, Pence, Andrews, Gallo, Odor, Mazzara, Cabrera, Guzman. Decent lineup. It can hit a little bit, and there we're going to knock Odor and bring up Mazzara with the bases loaded, and he is going to go to the fence with this thing off the wall. That one gets picked up by Malik Smith, thrown in, but it's already going to do damage. It gives up a run. It is 3-0. We've got 2 men on, and that's going to be Wild, and that's going to give up a run as well. The Wild pitch. There's only 1 guy left standing on base. It's a 4-0 game, but it's going to be brought in by that liner. And now a man on first with 1 out. And a 5-0 game. Here's Guzman at the plate. Guzman's going to shop gap as well, as he's going to rip one to right center. And that one is going to put runners on a runner on second, and the other runner's going to come home all the way from first and make it a 6-0 ball game. Here's Chu, and Chu is going to rip one into right field off the foul pole, and he's got himself another homer in this series. He's homered every day in this series. So we have Malik Smith, Ichiro, Encarnacion, Seager, Bruce, Kyle Lewis, Omar Narvaez, Shed Long, and Jose Reyes playing in this game. Here is Encarnacion with 2 out in the first inning, and he's going to rip one into left field over the wall for a homer, so we get 1 back out of 8. We've given up 8. We get 1 back. And that would be his 19th homer of the year. So he was up there with Shin-Soo Choo, but Shin-Soo Choo now has 20, as we know. But we weren't able to do much more than that, as we're going to go ahead and just manage the rest of this one out because it is downright embarrassing. We give up another run and make it 9-1. Tui Valala in this game gives up a stolen base, walks a guy, walks him loaded. Fielder's choice gets out of it, which was pretty good for him. But we still can't get any runners across. And then a stolen base there and a walk and a fly out. And then we're going to go ahead and change to Guerin, and Guerin's going to give it up as he gives up 2 more runs. It's 11-1. We get a solo shot from Shed Long. Nice to see the little rook getting it done at times, but it is 11-2, and that's pretty much how it's going to stay, as Jeffrey Springs would come in and close us all down. Not that he would get a save or anything, but he would shut us all down, and the Texas Rangers would come away with a sweep and get out of the basement in the division and put us there, which is exactly where we didn't want to be. So, take a look there. Shin-Soo Choo, the player of the game. Of course, he was 3 for 4 with another dinger. He's now has 50 RBIs with his 3 RBIs today. Encarnacion, 19 homers. Shed Long, his first Major League homer. Good to see that happening. But Wade LeBlanc, terrible outing. 1 inning pitched, 8 runs given up. Next, we will take on the Detroit Tigers in a 4-game set. So we'll see what happens there. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know. The trade deadline is approaching. Don't forget to drop a like on your way out of this video, or subscribe if this is the first video you are watching in the series, because there is plenty more of this franchise coming your way. Have a good one, folks.